White Lightning, Black Thunder. I don't know if you know that reference.
Seth's got to look like Melo took a shit or farted.
Yeah. Who farted? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was you. You're laughing. No, I'm not. Maybe it was Trick. Oh, this does look like the matchup that's going to happen, but I doubt it's going to happen. Tape ribs.
But it should be next. I feel like it should be next.
Nah, because if it is next, Carmelo's going to lose.
Yeah, but you expected to lose.
It diminishes the minor league title. Oh no, this is the stare up I want. I wanted Carmelo and Baron Corbin in a battle of the shirt off. Who had the most unique, elaborate shirt? I would have picked Melo's, but I can also see why I would wear Corbin's shirt.
He strikes again.
He strikes again. How dare you come in my backyard? Yeah, don't get him back in the head. At this point, I would have extra security because I knew Finn Balor would be around.
And I like that Don Callis isn't using just any type of security. He's using military-grade security.
Yeah, military-grade security. What a waste of resources. There it is, the match of the year. The match of the year right there. No questions. The only way that's not the match of the year if someone doesn't show up to either side. And then yet, I still think that if Bryan Danielson or Okada would show up without the other, they would still have Bryan match of the year. Just by announcing it.
Oh, and Marcus, I got one bonus thumbnail.
Ooh.
I call this when you put me in a tag match with a number one contender and a champion.
How come I didn't get the reports that Vince was backstage at AEW tearing up the script when this happens? Because it happened. He is running the show. He's running the show. He did it twice. They did it twice in the same episode.
I would like to do a video, Marcus, called Vince Fantasy Books AEW, and just see where that takes us.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm 100% down, and I'm pretty sure it would be this week's AEW episode of Dynamite, to be honest.
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am Lord Manny Hayes. He is
just a simple servant of the Lord, Marcus, the grand finale. And on Lord, I mean Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Jesus. Haha, you've been tricked. You thought we were going to talk wrestling. But no, not today. Not on the Lord's Day. And some people may say the Lord's Day is Sunday. But the Lord's Day is every day. Because the Lord created all the days. And I say hallelujah. Let me get an amen.
Amen.
Woo. Woo. Now that I got that out my system, the Holy Ghost is fully trolling. Let's talk some professional wrestling.
Well, we ain't talking about AEW or NXT today. We're talking about Sister Act 2.
Joy for joy for joy.
There is no news that we want to talk about. There really isn't.
There's nonsense. There's nonsense that I was like, this ain't worth my time. This isn't worth my time. But
yeah, so let's just jump into AEW Dynamite.
Yo.
40.
Yeah, 40. It's crunch time. Seth Rollins dominates.
So it opens up with the Guns versus the Hardy Boys. The Guns win with the aid of Bullet Club Gold, and they take out Jeff. Juice hits him with a roll of quarters. What is this, Marcus? 1950?
Hey, just been hitting me with roller coasters for a minute, and I enjoy it. I just think that whenever I go to the grocery store and I pay somebody with cash, and I was like, can I get $5 in a roll of quarters? You know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do. You are an accessory to the attack I'm about to commit somewhere.
Well, this was to write off Jeff Hardy. As AEW take their tour of Canada, where people with DUIs and other crimes cannot go.
Anybody that's charged with a Canadian felony And me and Jeff Hardy will not be attending Forbidden Door for this specific reason. I have bought tickets, but the Canadian border still will not let us through. We're going to go together. We got seats together in the front row, and they fucked us over. Damn you, Canada! And like a Rise Man said, blame Canada.
You can catch them on a separate live stream, just going like this to Jeff Hardy's music for the entire Forbidden Door.
Hey, it's funny that Jeff Hardy can't go to a pay-per-view called The Forbidden Door. Just say it's forbidden for you to be here.
Ricky Starks and FTR, followed by CM Punk, make the save. CM Punk challenges them to a match at Collision this Saturday and says he's a Collision guy. He isn't even meant to be here.
Not only is he not meant to be here, how the hell did he come back all of a sudden? I'm booking matches for the show. You know what? We're gonna have it. You get a man, I get a man. And I would hope that CM Punk continues this trend as he started with a 6-man, next week 8-man. You gotta go 10-man for the week after. Week 3 in Collision gotta be a 10-man. Just saying. Survivor Series rules.
Why did this happen? Jeff Hardy versus Mark Briscoe. It's actually just nonsense.
Hold on, excuse me. Jeff Hardy versus Mark
Jeff
Briscoe
Jarrett
would seem almost reasonable. Jeff Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe seemed unnecessary in a concession. Man, I have never seen concession stand look like this in maybe 20 years, where there's a table with hot dog condiments just like that, and a random hot dog stand. That did not look like an authentic, concession.
Mark Briscoe wins and then celebrates like it was a big deal beating Jeff Jarrett.
No,
like he had a world title, Marcus.
No,
he celebrated like he had a world title.
Yeah. Not only did he celebrate like he had a world title, Manny, there was it took the entire locker room to defeat Jeff Jarrett this week. It wasn't just Mark Briscoe. It was Mark Briscoe's dad. Karen was out there, and all of Jeff Jarrett's friends and Satnam Singh. I don't even know if Jay Lethal came out, but you had the Penta El Zero and Ray Phoenix, and there was somebody else too that came out. There was at least 30 people that came out for this match. I feel nothing is settled, and we gotta have to run this back again.
Well, Marcus, it takes an entire locker room to defeat the King of the Mountain.
It did. I believe it's a reference to CM Punk, not the Jeff Jarrett match, but it did feel like 16 people came out there to come out. Jeff Jarrett! And Jeff Jarrett been in hardcore wrestling. I believe he was the first hardcore wrestler back in 1977.
The Blackpool Combat Club with the tall, dark, sexy Takeshita. His words, not mine. Mox challenged the Elite at Forbidden Door. The Elite accept and add Eddie Kingston, who tells them he doesn't like them, but he doesn't like them
or respect them.
Because they tried to set fire. They tried to explode him.
Yeah. I have a lot of questions, Manny. If I were going into battle with people, and you lost Kenny Omega, who was going to be your guy, but he has to fight Will Ospreay, and we have to add some people to our team. We have to add a 4th or 5th person to this fight. I'm not picking Eddie Kingston, who goes, I don't like you nor respect you, and the only way I'm joining this team is if I get to pick the next partner. Well, fuck you! You're not a part of the team. You already don't like us and respect us. Why would I get another person that could possibly turn on us in this match?
Well, Marcus, the other thing is, if this is a regular match, I'm not asking Eddie Kingston to be my tag partner. If this was, like, say, Anarchy in the Arena, sure, I'll bring Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, this is a brawl. But a regular wrestling match, you look over the hill, he looks old, beat up. He's put on some pounds. He's already claimed to eat ice cream later in the show.
Well, so this was a pre-tape because the Elite weren't there.
I knew it. I said it. I was like, if CM Punk is in the arena, they're not in the arena. Therefore, I know what's going on here.
So Danielson also says when Okada steps in the ring with him, he'll be nothing but a amateur. Then we get a match, Marcus, that I didn't think we ever needed.
Oh,
Chris Jericho Sammy Guevara, Minoru Suzuki versus Action Andretti, Darius Martin, and AR Fox.
Excuse me, I would like to say Action Andretti as Dante Martin. Like if there was credits, he is the replaced version of Dante Martin, as if he never exists. What is this match, Manny? Why? Why do we need a 6-man of this caliber together? Why are we using Minoru Suzuki for this? Like the Sammy and Jericho thing, we didn't even have dissension between them really. Like, I think there was one time Sammy didn't tag in Jericho, but there was no dissension that they built up last week. Minoru Suzuki is just here. And I was like, I guess this is happening. Like, why? Why?
Also, so Darius taps out to the walls, or it could have been the Lion Tamer because he had the knee in. I dare you, Marcus, to tell Minoru Suzuki to wear knee pads. I dare you.
That's a grown ass man. I don't tell people to put on their knee pads, Manny. Now these kids on these streets, they put on these knee pads.
I dare you.
Nah. Because I feel like Minoru Suzuki would be like, if he was my neighbor, he'd be walking around that same outfit. Just like, tell me when I'm wrong. Yeah,
mowing the lawn.
I can see him talking to the police as the neighbors going on and complaining about you not wearing knee pads, and he's going like, and then all of a sudden, oh no, stop hitting me!
Jericho says he wasn't excited to share a ring with Sting last week because he knows who Sting is. He's selfish, egotistical. All he does is show up wherever the highest bidder is. Says Sting isn't a harlequin, he is a whore. Challenges Sting and Darby if they can find another partner for a match at Forbidden Door. Sting comes out, accepts the challenge, and they have a partner, but tells him he's going to find out Sunday. It's Sammy Guevara, isn't
it? I don't understand why we got 2 mystery partner angles on the same show. Like Eddie Kingston, I'll tell you later who my partner is. Oh, and both of them, Manny, I suggested were both Ishii. I was like, that man is not missing a payday on either side of this. Like, Forbidden Doors announced the one person we haven't seen is Ishii. He hasn't come out yet, and I was like, oh, he's gonna be one of them.
Then we get Adam Cole come out. He says he's got to give the devil his due. MJF gave him one of the toughest matches in his career. He did everything in his power to win that match, but he didn't. But MJF didn't either. Says MJF not accepting the 5 extra minutes makes him a coward. MJF comes out, congratulates MJF for coming back better than ever. Because he cares about Adam Cole's health and well-being. He refuses to give him a rematch.
Well done. Again, when MJF is out there talking as champion, I feel like that's how I would be as a champion. Except for when he gets tricked and confused and stuff. Tanahashi was held in a hostage situation moments later at gunpoint and told to say something that didn't pick up on any audio. Like we didn't understand it. There was subtitles in the video, but they never cut to the actual video. It was just really poor produced. I have no idea what was going on with Tanahashi. And when she said, well, I'm assuming he said, well, if MJF, if you can't make it, then I will not show up. I understand that you are exhausted from your match with Adam Cole last week.
Apparently on Collision, Kenta was supposed to set up the angle between him and CM Punk, but then pulled out at the last minute. Now he's got beef with Rocky Romero.
I know he posted on Instagram a bag of money, which makes sense. Pay the man his money if he's gonna fight CM Punk. You know what that paid? Like, if I were to wrestle CM Punk, I want to boost my money. You want to know why? Because I know CM Punk is already making probably $1 million more than me, and I'm just gonna be what? Making a hot dog and a handshake? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not drawing you guys money if you're not paying me. I signed with Kenta. You can go to sleep. But first, before you go to sleep, you can go to hell. What you offer me?
Tony Schiavone steps up. I don't know why he's so involved in this show. And then in unison, MJF and Adam Cole both say, "Shut up, Schiavone."
Well, you skipped over the segment where they were drawing for, I guess, this round robin.
Yeah, I didn't think that was important.
Thing.
I honestly didn't think that was important.
I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, but Manny, you realize it was more important than you thought because we got something that we all love, and that missing man got a hard on that he wish he could announce. He got champion and challenger. These team together. Can they coexist for this tournament? And Manny, can I ask you something? You know the character of MJF. I just won't show up for the match. Why? I'll leave Adam Cole high and dry.
I'd show up for the match.
Whatever this tournament is, it means nothing.
I would just never tag in. Every time he came near to that turnbuckle, I'm jumping off the apron.
Yeah, just teasing him
like my shoelaces or something.
Yeah, because fuck Adam Cole. Like, fuck this tag match. Why do we have two tournaments going on at the same time? And I don't even know what you get with this tournament. You get a tag team title shot?
I don't know. I have no idea. And then they did show the brackets for the Owen Hart tournament. So you got CM Punk going against Satoshi Kojima.
Yeah, that's random. That is random.
That's at Forbidden Door.
Yeah, that is so random. Like, that they just threw that in there. Yeah, CM Punk's gonna be at Forbidden Door. He's gonna be right. Kojima. What? Okay.
So this pretty much sets up a semi-final match between Samoa Joe versus CM Punk if you play the brackets.
Yeah, Roddy, you ain't with it. I'm sorry, Roddy. CM Punk and Joe is going to be in the semi-final. CM Punk will go to the final, and I believe he's going to fight Ricky Starks.
Possibly Starks, but I could also see it possibly being Juice.
Yeah, because the old man bracket, Dustin versus Hobbs. I can see Dustin beating Hobbs. Look at him, fancy.
Yeah. And then over on the women's side, I have a feeling this is a Sky Blue tournament.
No.
I have a feeling this, because they were so high on her for the last 3 weeks. I have a feeling this could be a Sky Blue tournament.
No. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I do like the black side of the bracket with Nyla Rose, Willow Nightingale, and Athena. And I guess Billy Starks.
Billy Starks is as white as it comes, Marcus.
I don't care, Manny. I'm adding to the black side of the blanket. She's not going to beat her up. You swear she's getting past Athena.
Billy Starks is as white as your background right now.
Oh, man. Manny, next thing you know, I'm telling you, she's going to show up in a Black History Month poster like Soul Roka. You're going to be like, what, Billy Starks? But how? But how?
No, so the most interesting one was I actually did some in-depth research on Kiana James' family tree because I needed to know. Because Kiana James was on that poster too.
Was she?
Yeah. Her mom's black.
You know, she is dark as fuck. You know,
yeah, I thought it was just a really good tan, Marcus.
Yeah, I thought it was an over-the-top tan. Yeah, I thought she was bronze breaker in it.
Because her tan just looks like a white person tan. Not like, oh, I've got some melanin on me.
Yes. Like, oh, I just thought you were, rotisserie chicken in here. So
I just thought you were cooked.
Yeah, I thought you like your steak well done. I don't
know. We get Orange Cassidy and Shibata versus Daniel Garcia and Zack Sabre Jr.
Hold on, Manny. Don't you dare disrespect this. Vince McMahon booked this show not for you to just say that. This was a match if they can coexist. You had champions, multiple, and challengers, multiple, and see if they can coexist. You had Shibata and Orange Cassidy, and if they can coexist over the Atlantic/Pure Championship. And then you had Zack Sabre Jr., who had the TV title for New Japan, if he could coexist with Sandy Garcia. So you had all this going on, all this dramatic. I just realized that there were 3 champions in the match and Danny Garcia. There's too many belts. Too many belts are around.
But this was a really good match. Everyone is now going to face off against Orange Cassidy at Forbidden Door. And if that was me, I'm going directly to Tony Khan with a camera and go, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Why did you book me? Orange Cassidy should have no clue that this was going to happen. But the guys played it up as if they were already told it was going to happen, as they were all clinching on to that Mid-Atlantic or the international title of pancakes.
So I would be like, oh, so at Double or Nothing, I had to defend my title against 20 other people.
Yeah.
Now I've got to defend it against 3 other people, but giving me a 25% chance of winning.
Yeah. Why don't they just call it to say multiple man? Did you do the math of the 21 people he defended against?
No, that's too difficult to work out.
Yeah. Now he has a less chance of defending. He's going to win. It's clear. They're not going to lose that title in a.
Well, Garcia's
fatal
taking the
four-way.
pin, isn't he? Like a good boy. The
Yeah.
good boy he is.
Yeah, to protect all the other champions in the match.
So we've already mentioned Will Ospreay. It's apparently insulted Canada enough, but Don Callis wants him to defeat Kenny Omega, providing him military grade security going into Canada, because apparently the people of Canada want to bum rush him. His words, not mine.
Yeah. Here's my question, Manny. Why did Will Ospreay show up to the show? He showed up with his bags, his hat, like he traveled all the way here to Chicago. He's not booked. This is his only segment. And it was an accident. Why was he here?
Yeah, Marvez just followed to the back trying to get the biggest scoop ever. This wasn't a scoop.
It was a scoop. What's Will Ospreay doing here? He pulling up in his minivan like he had 4 kids. He looked like a father on summer vacation, and Marvin bum rushed him. Hey man, how's it going? Hey man, I'm just here with my kids. I'm just trying to.
Chris Statlander defeats Taya Valkyrie. And then we get into the madness that happens at the end with Eddie Kingston. Mox tells him he drew a line, which Eddie said he did. He did when he started to team with that scumbag Claudio.
Yeah, and here's where you I think you missed the casual AEW fan. No one knows what the fuck's going on between Eddie Kingston and Claudio. Let's be honest.
Well, Marcus, if I was to introduce you the way Eddie Kingston introduced the 5th man, would you be offended? I'd be offended.
I would be offended.
I ain't got time for this. Here's the 5th man's Ishii.
Yeah, but
the bag.
No one had to. Apparently, Tony Khan had no more time left because in the up next category, he was like, up next, Eddie Kingston reveals his 5th member of his team. And then also Bryan Danielson confronts Okada. And I was like, we have 3 minutes left in the show. You just threw all this at us in one shot.
And then, so Ishii and Eddie get stomped out. Danielson continues to call out Okada. Okada and Danielson have a stare off. Yuta attacks Okada from behind. Danielson misses with the knee and then avoids a Rainmaker.
Yeah, Yuta gets Rainmaker to end show. I feel like the show was all over the place. It's hard for me to give it a thumbs up. Where it just seemed like there was a lot going on.
It was a very quick rush to get things done for Forbidden Door when they had multiple weeks to do it.
Yeah. It seemed like they had this card, but then they we gotta add more and do other things. Okay, let's add the Darby Allin Sting and Jericho match as well as add CM Punk in his Owen Hart tournament match randomly on the show.
Yeah, I felt like the way AEW books their shows, their pay-per-views, is like sometimes how I approach work, where do nothing for several hours, procrastinating, drink a lot of Coca-Cola, and then hit that power hour.
It's time to work. Let's go. And the thing is, Forbidden Door was already sold with the 2 matches of Ospreay and Omega and Okada and Bryan and Danielson, and so these other matches are just carry on. It's like I don't think anything of importance is going to happen on this show, but I think it's going to be an amazing show.
But you know what I always find weird? Like NXT, we talk about NXT take their pay-per-views and takeovers and stuff like that. There's normally only 5 matches on that card. Each of these things, you don't have to put everyone on the card. You just don't. Give me 5 good matches between AEW and someone in New Japan. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
5, and then go on for 3 hours. It doesn't have to go on for 4 hours. Go on for 3 hours. This is clearly not as big as your other home shows of just your Double or Nothing, your All Out, and
Full Gear,
Full
Revolution.
Gear and Revolution. This is just an additional thing of the week of your pay per view cycle. It's it's basically an exhibition. It doesn't have, you don't have to make a big thing about it.
You do. I just feel like no, I have no problem with them making a big thing about Forbidden Door, because that's a pay-per-view. But when Excalibur started rolling off the week of wrestling in AEW, I was like, shut up. Shut up. He's talking about Rampage. He's had Collision matches. I think Brody King is fighting Andrade this week on Collision.
I don't care.
Good. I mean, there was just so many matches that they announced for Forbidden Door, Collision, Rampage, and next week's Dynamite. Just don't tell me all this. It will happen. It will happen. Just give me the important ones. Danielson and Okada. Cool. Forbidden Door. Just
But
tell me
when
one.
they do that, when they do that, I always feel like they have to announce all this stuff because they're afraid they'd lose the entire audience if they didn't. Oh no!
Oh no! I didn't announce the United Empire versus the Best Friends or Chaos. I think it's Chaos. On Rampage this Friday. Oh no, we'll lose another 100 million views.
Oh
no one watches Rampage. Oh no.
Well, MGF is going to be on Rampage this week.
Oh, or we hear from Adam Cole this week on the Rampage. I think, Manny, I think next week we need to go through the Excalibur Challenge and see every match that he announced, and if we can name them all in segments, because they announced every single thing they're doing for the next 4 months in this one night. And also, who do you think will be the Sting and Darby partner? I think I have an idea who.
I think it's Sammy.
Oh, see, you got the plot twist of Sammy. I have Hiromu Takahashi. Why not?
I'm not sure.
What
did they have in relation to them?
I don't know. Colors?
Wait, he's the most colorful one out of Sting and Darby.
Yeah, shut up, Eddie. I know that. I understand what I said. Sting used to be colorful. What are you talking about? Junker Sting or Wolfpack Sting? He picked the color. He chose white.
Yeah, like you, I didn't. It wasn't the worst episode of Dynamite, but like it was a very weak episode to lead into Forbidden Door because Forbidden Door just seemed very incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know how long this BCC and Elite feud is going to go. Like, it just seems like it's no end. There's no end. I'm assuming they're going to do Blood and Guts.
Whenever it'll finish in Blood and Guts. It has to.
But why am I getting this Forbidden Door match, man? Like, it just seems like it's too many matches. We've gotten, like, how many matches have there been already? Over a few months, like on Dynamite and pay-per-views and here, like we already had Anarchy in the Arena. Like, just seems like it's going on and on.
Yeah. Let's move into NXT. This opens up with terrible officiating with Wesley versus Tyler Bate for the North American Championship, with Mustafa Ali and his questionable officiating.
Yeah, right off the jump when he did the first count, and both men looked at him, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? What kind of count was that? That was a quick count or basically a non-pin. Do you not want to be here? Do you not want to be here right now, sir?" I was like, "I'm just calling that up." And then he does a slow count because he was like, "And what? You guys are arguing about slow and fast count? You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways."
He slaps Wesley at one point.
Yeah, or when they were outside and he refused to count, the crowd counted for him and got to 20 as he was on 6. Oh, he slapped Wesley. He slaps Tyler Bate, goes for the distraction, and Wesley wins with the announcers going, "I don't know who Wesley was trying to hit."
Yeah, so Wesley, this isn't over.
No, it's clearly to a triple threat match. Clearly leads to that.
At the Great American Bash, I'm assuming.
Have we not had that yet? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know what pay-per-view they got next, but yeah. Or bigger.
Then we go to this most random thing where Gigi Dolan is now drawn to art and self-expression, and Kiana James has ambition, which Gigi can't even spell.
Yeah. This was like Gigi Dolan took her first stroll where it was like, or acid was like, I love colors, I love the color and expression, I love to do art. And I'm going like, what is this? You're dead to me, Gigi. You're dead.
We get the Thea Hell pep rally. I didn't make notes for this because this was just bad from everyone involved. The only thing I wrote was Thea Hell puts a Kimura on Stratton and then runs around the ring with the belt, which is a bad omen for most people.
Yeah. But you can give her a hell yeah, MVP chat. Charlie Dempsey and Drew Gulak, I guess, are a part of JCU. Kind of, not really, but guilty by association.
Well, I believe they're guilty when he found out what? High school?
When he said that, I was like, oh, he's going to jail. He's going to jail.
I was just like, hold on here, sir.
Oh, my God.
He was part of NXT UK. Didn't half of them get done for?
Yeah, he was like, you didn't get me. They didn't get me, right? They didn't get me. They didn't get me. God. Oh, no. What do you mean you graduated high school? How long ago? Was it like a week ago or was it a year ago? If it was a week ago, we may have to call my lawyer.
And then we get the triple threat tag match. I've decided to call Hank and Tank the Wankers.
It's 100% acceptable, and I don't know why. I mean, it's Walker and Tank. You put it together, Wankers. I 100% agree with this. Well done.
We get versus Malik Blade and Edris Enofe versus Briggs and Jensen. This tag match was all right. I'm constantly impressed with Malik Blade, who just dive. That dive is insane.
Yeah,
that dive is insane.
He floats, Manny. He floats. The man floats. He don't just die. He floats and then decides, oh, I can follow people right here, and then land on my feet. I think he landed on his feet, right?
Yeah. They're now number one contenders because they win the match and they face Gallus next week.
They're dead
for night 2 of maybe not, Marcus. They may be shaken up because Stacks has kidnapped Joe Coffey.
Yeah, thinking about this. Oh shit. I still don't understand that kidnapping of how he got separated from them. But they're dead. Malik Blake and them are dead. I don't care what happens. They're dead.
And then Damon Kemp tells DJ Tatanka what match he wants.
He was DJing.
And he was DJing. He wants to bring back Raw Underground next week. And in the same time, in the same shot, a very angry Roxanne Perez tries to take out Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport seemed like she was excited that someone actually brought her pain, which was weird.
Like, oh, so much. Oh, she's actually mad. I angered this little girl. Meanwhile, in the back, Johnny Dempsey is looking for a lawyer.
And then also,
she was like, "You good, man? You good? She 18, also, man. You good."
Also in the back, Eddie Thorpe or DJ Tatanka was now studying Raw Underground from the WWE, from Peacock, I'm assuming. And Gable Stevenson appears and tells him if he needs a training partner, hit him up because he knows Damon Kemp.
What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. There's so much to unfold here, Manny. One, Raw Underground is back. And I like to think it's that room, in the movie Aladdin, like that forbidden area that doesn't exist. All right, give me the lamp where the lamp is located with all the treasure, and you can't touch anything. I expect all the Raw Underground trappings. I bet see Swerve gambling. I know he's not in the company anymore, but
I want to see the women. I want the women dancing again.
Yeah, I need the women dancing. I need Shane McMahon just yelling at the Muhammad Brand like, yeah, come on.
As you said as well, you need Omos on the door.
Yes. I need Dominicato and Riddick Moss, not Madcap Moss, in there dominating. I want all the trappings of Raw Underground. Don't give me a half-ass Raw Underground. You give me the full thing.
The thing is, though, the one thing we don't have, we can't have Marina Shafir back.
Yeah, she's gone.
She did some business. That was the only time she was relevant. It was on Raw Underground.
That was the last good thing she ever did on TV, and it wasn't even good. But yes, the Raw Underground's back. And I hate that they call this 2 weeks of Gold Rush because next week is Gold Rush. It's like they're like all these title matches at Gold Rush, and then you look at this show and you're like, there ain't nothing really happening on this show, really.
Well, Seth Rollins was there, but
yeah, but there's no belt in the line. I mean, that was the only belt in the line.
Yeah. Well, Cora Jade went off against Dana Brooke. This match was awful.
Ready? This gets not only a strike, but my match of the week.
What? How?
Shut up! Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't know how to justify it. I don't know how to justify this. So I'm giving it a strike and match of the week. For my favorite moment of the week, Dana Brooke does a flip and appears to have hurt her knee and is getting stretched off. Cora Jade is constantly yelling at her. This is going on during the entire picture as they go. And she's teasing her. Dana Brooke at this point is getting carted up the ramp and, and everything's happening. And I'm thinking, have the ref start the match and stop the match already because Cora has all right to continue to fight because the ref is you have to ring the bell and declare her the winner. Anyway, Dana Brooke is told we're back on TV, immediately slaps Cora Jade, tears off ankle bracelet off Gurney, and runs to the ring. And I go like, she went too far with this injury. As the crowd boos her. I've never seen anybody get booed for coming back from an injury. Yes. All right, guys, I get it.
Let me get the tweet.
All right, guys, I get it. You don't like me. Okay, and... or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, Dana, this is it. This is your farewell. This is the last time I want to ever see Dana Brooke. Because my last memory of you feigning this injury only to come back and try to have a competitive match.
I had problems with the tweet.
Oh, okay. Social media police Manny has come in. You're about to see all many information. Random information.
So it says, all right, I get it. Y'all think I suck. Got it.
What are we looking at here on this double screen?
Is it double screen?
Yeah. You have us in this little box, and then we have your screen on the right side.
This is the tweet.
I can't see the tweet like this.
Hold on. How do I see
What am I looking at? It looks like the end credits to any Avengers movie. Just a bunch of words.
Well, it says, all right, I get it. Y'all think I suck. Got it. Noted. Awesome. ... And ... And doesn't finish the tweet.
Yeah. But Manny, I need a magnifying glass to see why are we in this view. There was nothing that was visible there for any of us. You make it see on your screen, but for us, nothing. We saw nothing.
You better get some glasses, people.
No, even an ant couldn't read that. Oh, no,
it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I've got really perfect vision.
There was no vision in that. I believe, please in the comments, if you were able to read what Dana Brooke said, show me your eyeballs. Show me your pupils. How did you do
it? How did you do it?
How did you see what Manny just put up there? But yeah, Dana Brooke is finished. Her and Top Dollar are both on the chopping block.
I'm surprised they're not already.
Yeah, no, they're waiting for them to go to the UK. And if you're not on this trip there we go, Manny. And she's supported by Bailey. But if I can see the announcement. If you're not on the Money in the Bank trip and you're not on the Money in the Bank show, please go ahead to WWE headquarters and we will probably sign you out.
So Dana loses as Cora wins by stoppage.
Yeah, she won by submission of half Boston Crab, Manny. When's the last time you seen a half Boston Crab win? That was the end. That was the end of Dana Brooke. That's like losing to the Blue Thunder Bomb.
No, it ain't. They're not even the same thing, Marcus. Don't you dare. No one gets hyped up.
No one loses to those moves. No one loses to those
Marcus,
moves.
no one gets hyped up for a half Boston Crab. No one. You don't see Michael Cole go, half Boston Crab! Like he goes, Blue Thunder Bomb!
That's true. You do got a point there. But I can't think of a worse submission other than the half Boston Crab. What, a nerve hold? Like, that's
Veer has that weird submission. Veer had that weird submission that one time.
What, the camel clutch?
It wasn't a camel clutch. It was more like a side nerve hold.
Oh, yeah, when he grabbed you. Yeah, you're right. But that's only when Veer applies it. It's dangerous.
Seth Rollins is backstage. He sees Nathan Frazier, who he trained. Seth questions the fact that he has to carry that big trophy everywhere. He tells him he's proud of him and the performer he has become, and to pass it on. He gives Dragon Lee a title shot at the trophy next week.
Nice of him.
Then has a nice interaction with Melo and Trick. I would actually love to see these two go at it.
Yeah. And I'm talking about Trick and Seth. No, Melo and Seth will have a banger in a match of epic proportions. And I look forward to whenever they cross paths again. But It was nice that they put this earlier, that they are friendly with each other, as in when he makes the save later from Finn Balor. It makes sense. It was like, oh, this just makes sense.
So we get this very sad story of what happened to Von Wagner as a child in this picture.
Vaughn, it was only surgery that could heal you. That's right. It was only surgery. And I was like, this is sad, but poorly acted.
Yeah.
Poorly portrayed on both parts. It looked like Oprah should have been doing this interview. Or something.
We ain't got an Oprah on NXT. The closest thing you've got to Oprah is lashing out with Lash Legend.
Yeah. And do you think, and I know this is they will never get Oprah on a WWE program. But do you think they ever reached out to Oprah and was like, you want to be on 1 week? Do you think
I would have thought they would have in the 90s. I would have thought so.
You think they ever went to Oprah and was like, Oprah, you wanna
Nah, Oprah's too classy for that shit.
I would love Oprah and Steve Austin in a segment in the 90s. It would have been
amazing. Nah. You're wrong.
Well, goddamn, Oprah. You're wrong here. You're coming after me. And then she gives everybody beers, and they're all drinking.
Beers under the seat. Everybody check under your seat.
Oh, they're so warm. They're so warm and gross.
Beers for you. Beers for everyone.
Yes.
Nah, Oprah needs to be in the NWO, Marcus. She needs to turn her old personality of being gracious and great to change it. Oprah and Dennis Rodman to rule the NWO for life.
The Oprah heel turn would be amazing.
Oprah joining the NWO, WWE would not be a thing. WCW would have won.
Absolutely. With the Oprah following, which I equate, Oprah's following is the exact. It was the 90s version of the Beehive. If you weren't reading Oprah's book of the week or day or month or whatever the hell it was, you were going to get got in the streets.
We get Baron Corbin come out with Melo. Baron starts this cutting the same promo he's cut for his entire career. When Melo tells Baron if he thinks he's going to beat him in his home and become relevant, it isn't going to happen. Melo brings up Happy Corbin, but he says Happy Corbin made him have a $1.8 million house.
Damn, that's a flex.
It is a big time flex. Baron says he was a main event player on the main roster for nearly a decade. I don't think that's true. Melo
it's close. I don't think he's a main event player. Been drowning in the mid card for a bit, for about 5 of those years.
Melo came with that gut punch when he said when he was 26, he cashed in that breakout tournament and won a title. While when Baron was 26, he was getting cut by the Cardinals.
Oh! Hey-oh.
Melo said Black and Gold set the bar, but he doesn't meet their expectations. He makes his own expectations. Corbin says if you have to come out every week and call yourself him, convince the fans that he is him, you're not. You're not.
You ain't him.
You're a nobody. Which is why he barely noticed him when he was sitting watching SmackDown. Corbin says he doesn't need to crack him in the jaw. Because when he is done with him, he's taking his title, he's driving away in his Porsche, driving home to his hot house wife, who's going to pour him a drink from a bottle he can't afford and tell himself today was a good day.
And I'm going to say this, Manny. As we were talking about the release of Dana Brooks and the Hit Row and whoever else we were talking about, Corbin man saved his job. I was like, that's the Corbin I would need every week. But now on, that's how you Corbin. Okay? You were flexing like you haven't flexed in a long time about your money and your hot ass wife and drinking whatever bottle that Melo can't afford. It was a top. I thought this was a great segment. A great face-to-face one-on-one. This is kind of what I expected. Not expected, but wanted the tension to be between Okada and Danielson or something.
You know how Dolph Ziggler is normally the guy that is the final boss before you get to the main roster.
Yeah,
almost, or is the first person you get to
gatekeeper.
He's a gatekeeper when you get to the main roster. I mean, Baron Corbin done a decent job here. I think when Melo beats him, I think that's something there.
Yeah. It's a main roster guy, quality main roster. Like he said, he is a prominent player on the main roster for close to a decade. And I think it's going to be so. And I think we're going to get a really good match out of Corbin and Melo next week. And Corbin showed he can have a good match like last week where it was like, oh, Corbin has stuff there. But I'll tell you this, I give it a strike if he doesn't slide off the ring and slide back in and hit that close line. Automatic strike.
I want to put something to you. This just come to me now.
Oh.
Corbin being used much like how they used the Big Show. Like, I feel like this is the point where you start using him like that, where he's never a face, but like you use him to get other people over. Because Corbin is not the guy. Corbin will never be the guy.
Corbin's I would say what they should do with Corbin, and I feel like we said Corbin as much as Chris Tucker did, and Pimp Elephant. Corbin, my man, Corbin. I feel like he should be like on like where the Miz is at on Raw, where he's just out there and he's having good matches, but he's a heel. He's just helping people try to get over and whatever. I feel like that's the best role for Corbin right now. Not a big guy, but a head spin.
So, Bird Lady and friend, Valentina Feroz and Yusalia Leon. I think I butchered that first name.
It's okay.
Yulisa, versus Jakara Jackson or Miss Jackson and Lash Legend. Elektra Lopez and Lola Vice get a closer look, but then get paid no attention after that.
He just walked out, and I went, "Oh, here they go," and then they were gone already. Yeah.
Booker T was gushing over Miss Jackson when Vic had to remind him that Charmel was behind him.
Yeah, I was like, Charmel and your kid is behind him. What?
Lisa Leon hit a decent dive to the outside.
Yep.
And then gets thrown back in the ring to get hit with the big boot by Lash Legend for the win.
The brother kick, as I like to call it. Or would it be the sister kick?
Sister kick.
Yeah. She was like, sister. With the kick. And it was it. I thought these were two good tag teams. And I think WWE is currently working on their tag team division as requested by Ronda Rousey.
Well, yeah, so it makes sense though, because those belts are going to be unified this week. Yeah, this week.
No question that Shayna and Ronda are winning.
Yeah. So it makes sense that you have some teams ready, at least like in preparation for when they eventually show up on NXT.
Yeah, and they run through the division. Just run through them all.
And then finally, we get Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. The match was really good. Seth wins with a stomp. But this comes after Marcus, another incredible spear.
Yes. He might be. It's official. I think Braun Breaker has the best spear in the game right now. It's official, and I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close. I don't think Roman or Charlotte or
well, Charlotte's got one of the worst.
Yeah, she's the worst. I'm trying to think of people who do the spears because so many people. Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks is bad. He's just too small to be doing a spear.
Yeah, all these people who do spears, right? You need to stop because Braun Breaker is the best in the world at it right now.
Finn Balor strikes again. We got the fake out with the all rights reserved graphic again. Yeah. I was like, yes.
No, I like that because I was like, there's a lot of time left in the show. I guess they're not really using that much overrun. And then with Finn Balor attack, I was like, ha!
Trick and Melo make the save to prevent another coup de grace. And I would say this was a really good episode of NXT that just a smidge above it was just there.
Yeah, I think it did a good job of selling next week's episode of NXT, which seems like a really stacked show with stuff you have to see with Melo and Corbin and there was another match announced, the Raw Underground, and
I can't wait for Raw Underground.
Yeah. The Heritage Cup match, which I know, not everybody's a fan of these Heritage Cup matches, but I
think they're just long. That's the problem with them. They're very long.
Yeah.
Because it's rounds and unless you do it very quickly, it's just it's not for everyone. It was good. It was good on NXT UK because if you wanted to watch it, you watched it. You're not being forced to watch it.
Shelby Riley says, Seth Rollins! Agree. If you're Seth, where you go next? After you're done getting attacked by Finn Balor. You gotta call Don security for sure.
Well, so it's a week away till we get that match?
Yeah.
There's a rumor going about that Drew McIntyre is making a return on Money in the Bank.
Oh, he figured out his money. He figured it out.
Maybe. Or he's just running it. He's just doing something till the end of his contract.
I forgot what show he's on.
I think someone, whoever wins that title match, which I'm assuming is going to be Seth, is getting his head kicked off by the Claymore.
Yeah. And where we realize that Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins has a United Kingdom problem. So everybody in the United Kingdom like, give us that title, it's our world title. Roman has the American title and the Universal title.
Well, he's got all the titles.
He's using all
three of them.
I like that he's using all three. It seems more epic when you beat that fool.
Yeah, but I need him to collect more. I actually want him to be the Thanos of WWE.
He just collects on. He's like, I'm going to NXT. And Carmelo, I'm taking your belt. Why, Roman? Right?
He never held the NXT title.
I've never held that title. Held that title. And I would like to add that title means nothing until Roman Reigns has his hands on it.
But yeah,
I have NXT being a better show, but just slightly.
Not
I just feel like AEW had way too much on the show. And I feel like AEW will have better shows with Collision and Forbidden Door this week. So, but they didn't beat Raw. They didn't beat the Vince McMahon edition of Monday Night Raw.
Oh, no. I think I didn't care about most of the stuff. I didn't really care about Finn Balor to open up that Raw, and then to continue with the seething of being furious.
Yes, set the party off right. Set the party off right.
Roman, you better bring me your best 10 minutes, otherwise Raw's getting it.
Yeah. You smack down the best 10 minutes. Like, damn, Roman's out of the show this week, so I don't know what they're going to be able to do. What are they going to be able to do?
Yeah, so tomorrow the best of is out. It might
Hey.
it might come out regular time, although I might put it out a little bit later, like say 2 hours after the normal showtime, so more people are awake to see it.
Yeah. We do realize that our time will probably suit us better if we started probably an hour later on all shows, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like when kids are getting out of school, or at 3, or people in my time are going to lunch or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what people are doing in the UK around that time. Anyhow, what are they doing in London?
Well, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We're probably some people are ready for bed.
Oh yeah, this is the perfect show for bed. We'll tuck your ass in.
I mean, ETE will. It sent a baby to sleep yesterday. It sent a baby to sleep yesterday.
The baby was going to sleep anyway. The baby was talked out. You should have heard the baby in the pre-production when he was giving his opinions of the CM Punk and Young Bucks situation. He went in. He was like, I may be only a month old, but I realize that the Young Bucks are management. They should not be fighting their co-employees.
Yeah, that baby went to sleep on the show.
Yeah, and they didn't stop fucking with CM Punk for AJ Lee couldn't show up as she is now the Incredible Hulk. To not realize she was that jacked and ripped. It was like, you're scary. You're scaring me.
So we should probably call it there because we've got a show. We've got the best of tomorrow. We've got the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast, I think, on Saturday.
It's happening, and then there's a Collision watch along as well Saturday, featuring just me and you, because Eric's booked taking other smut pictures in the world.
Wait, which type of smut?
I don't know. But
is it that what is his name? What's Willie Regal's son's name?
Charlie Dempsey smut?
Is it that Dempsey smut?
Charlie Dempsey anywhere.
Or is it like this stuff again?
That's the images of nightmares right there. That is a nightmare. Like, oh God, Valhalla is here. Oh God.
They need to be released.
Yeah, they'll chop block. Them, Dana Brooks. Corbin got himself out, I think. He's in the clear.
I don't think Corbin was ever in there. Corbin has been safe for a very long time. Someone likes him enough that he is safe.
Yeah, but Hit Row, bye.
They've already got too much depth in the tag division. They can do with getting rid of some of that.
Yeah, and I would say Karrion Kross and Scarlett would be gone, but they keep giving them random wins. So I'm like, I don't think they're leaving. I think Triple H is hell bent on trying to make this man work.
And I don't think that thing with AJ is done.
No, it's not. It's not. But we will see.
Yeah, we will see. So we'll be back tomorrow with the best of. Peace.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
Yeah. Have you got something else to say? Oh, he's frozen.
I'm speechless. Blow us up. Blow us all up.